Donald Trump allegedly paid hush money to Stormy Daniels, the B-list porn star. That's Stormy Daniels. Yes. He allegedly gave her hush money to shut up about their affair, which is not illegal in New York, mind you. What the connection they're trying to make is that he used campaign funds to do it, and I think you got a hard time doing that. The point is, this is an activist prosecutor that's coming after him, mind you, who based his entire campaign around, I'm going to prosecute less nonviolent offenses such as prostitution and drug crimes so I can spend more time going after the violent offenders, the rapists, the murderers, the muggers, the human traffickers, the armed robbers. Well, what's more violent than a guy paying hush money to a porn star? He's really taking it to him. He's tough on crime. Has the Epstein tracker changed? Okay, still zero. Still zero. Wishful thinking on my end. Thought it changed. So yes, he is going after the meanest of the mean, the baddest of the bad, the most vile crimes imaginable. Hush money to a porn star. I'm not even joking here. Do people on the left feel duped yet? Do you guys do you feel like you've been had? Because this has to feel like left-wing QAnon at this point. Like you're just waiting for these arrests to come. Because QAnon's the same thing. It's all about, oh, the arrests are coming, the military's going to take over, we're going to have the Great Awakening or whatever, and they're going to arrest Hillary and Bill Clinton and Obama and Biden and Pelosi and all these people. And of course, that's never coming either. But it really does. It feels like you guys are involved in whether or not you want to admit it, this has got some Q vibes to it. The arrests are coming. I mean, first it was Russiagate, and when you couldn't prove Russia, or not when you couldn't prove it, when it was disproven beyond the shadow of a doubt, mind you. First it was Russiagate and interfering in the elections. Then it was insurrection, even though he's on video. I mean, how many times say don't go to the Capitol? Pretty hard to get him for insurrection there. Then after that, you had stealing nuclear documents and selling them to the Iranians. I mean, it just got more and more ridiculous. And then the charges that you might finally get to stick. You had colluding with the Russians, selling nukes to the Iranians, insurrection, trying to overthrow the country. Basically, all of those crimes being high treason, punishable up to death. All of those went away, and now you got to settle for maybe he gave money to a porn star. That's where you're at. That's how much this whole thing is falling apart. This witch hunt. You started so high, like as bad as it could get for a president. And now we're at, well, he might have paid off this B-list porn star. It was back when you could get your porn off of ask.com. Here's a throwback for you. This is starting to feel like the arrest thing, the date, the change in dates. It's starting to feel like the climate change thing, right? How climate change is always 10 years away from wiping us all out. There's more on that coming later. More on that is coming later. I have to ask this seriously, though. Is Trump, because I'm starting to believe this, and I didn't at one point, but I'm starting to. Is Donald Trump the least corrupt president in the history of this country? I am dead serious asking you that question. Is Donald Trump the least corrupt president in the history of this country? And I know the average guy here is like, well, of course not. He's got colluded with the Russians and the Iranians and the this and that. Well, listen to me. All of those things got tossed out. So really, I mean, if they looked into Barack Obama to Joe Biden, especially Joe Biden, looking at Joe Biden for 5 minutes, Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, George Bush, if they looked into any of those guys, if you had not just Congress, not just every intelligence agency in the country, not just 95% of the mainstream media, probably 100% if we're being honest, not just, but also half of the attorney generals in every state relentlessly digging through this guy's life, digging through his taxes, digging through his past, his finances, digging through his entire campaign, everything about him relentlessly for 6 years on end. If they looked into any other president like that, be honest with me. Don't you think they'd find a little bit more than, hey, he might have gave a porn star a little bit of money? I mean, come on. Come on. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you can actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.